Welcome back to another sit-down segment, everyone. Today we've got a very special one for you. We're going to be talking about our 1 year anniversary on YouTube.
Obviously, we have uploaded videos before the 1 year period, but that was like in 2019, where we uploaded probably like 10 videos and we weren't really consistent, and then we didn't video for like 2 years or whatever.
So that's kind of when we started from when we started being consistent, which was kind of when we arrived in Canada, November last year.
Yep.
And
we have published a total of 120 videos.
Disclaimer, if you don't like to hear us complaining, probably turn it off now, because we've got a lot of complaining to do in this video. So we're going to try and stay positive. We're going to try and keep smiles on the dials, but
we need a vent.
YouTube is hard.
Okay,
we need a vent.
We're going to talk about the things that we've learned in the last year. Good things, bad things.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be honest with you guys. We thought by this year, by the 1 year mark, we would be at 1,000 subscribers. And we're not there.
That was kind of our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
From what we researched, from how consistent we've been, from how long we've been on, from how many videos we've published, we kind of thought we'd be there by now.
Yeah.
But we're not.
And it's fine. But, like, from November to June this year, we were uploading consistently every week, but like twice a week and like different times, and we weren't like as consistent as we have been since July. So since like the first week of July, we've been uploading 3 times a week.
Every week we have not missed a 3 times a week scheduled upload
at the
since July.
Same time on the same days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Canadian time or whatever, at 6 p.m. we upload, and that's been like super consistent.
For any of you who have ever tried YouTube, you will know that that is not an easy task, especially since we've been working full-time jobs as well in the last month or 2.
Plus we're trying to get our recreation in by doing some snowboarding, because that's what we're here for, to snowboard during the winter, and then also having like a break to do errands and stuff. So it's like, and then also 3 times a week YouTube. Some things that we've learned in the last year of YouTube, and some things that have grown us, is trying not to let the things that we don't have control over control us. We're trying not to make goals that we cannot control. For an example, we want to put 150 videos out there. That's something that we can control. Whereas making 1,000 subscribers, our goal, is something that we cannot control. However, in this year we have reached our 4,000 public watch hours. We're almost at 5,000 now, but I feel like that's something that we didn't think we would have at this point. We thought we would have the 1,000 subscribers first, but we've got the public watch hours like way beyond what we thought we would have. So it's kind of balancing out anyway.
And at the end of the day, we're not like shooting for 1,000 subscribers because we think it's just gonna, you know, sustain us financially and all of that. But it's just a milestone for us. It's something where we feel like we've worked hard and we've gotten somewhere.
And if like YouTube changes the monetization rules, or they're like, okay, now you need 1,500 subscribers to monetize, at least like we know, even though we're not getting money from this, at least we know we've done that milestone, we're locked in, and we're happy with that. Yeah.
And at this point, it's kind of a thing of we've put so much effort into it that we just want to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just to that point where it would just be such a waste to give up and turn back.
And it's also a passion as well. I think that's why we keep going, because we're like, oh, we like it. It's like, we do want to do this, and we do want to film, and we do want to document everything, and it's like cool for us to look back on. So even in the moments where we're a little bit down about it, we're like, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
I think it's like less that we would give up altogether, but more that we would drop off a little bit to make it more fitting with our lifestyle.
Yeah.
But even that, we want to try and keep up to the volume of what we've been putting up and the quality and everything else. So that's just a rod we've made for our own back. That's our own goals. But It's something that we can control, so we're trying to persevere. And that is one thing that YouTube has definitely taught us, is persistence and patience. Because nothing happens quickly on this platform.
Yeah.
And if you want something to happen at all, you have to be extremely persistent. Like, you have to do it when you don't feel like doing it. You have to film when you don't feel like filming. You have to edit when you don't feel like editing. You have to plan when you don't feel like planning. Right now, we have work in the morning. We're filming a video because that's what our schedule says we need to do to keep up to 3 videos a week. After we finish filming this video, I'm going to be editing a video. Sarah's going to be thinking about what videos we're going to be filming next week. And it's just that constant. It's that labor intensive. Like, it's time consuming. You just have to keep working at it. And it's like another whole voluntary job on top of your job.
Yeah.
When we did quit our jobs in Lake Louise, we did notice that as we were putting out 3 videos a week instead of 1 or 2 or whatever we could manage, when we started putting 3 consistently, we noticed some pretty steady growth in our channel. And we thought that was mainly down to the extra videos. But now we're also thinking that for some reason you guys like, the more unstable our life is, the more you guys like us and like our channel. Because as soon as we got rid of Monty, we got jobs again, things were kind of stabilizing a little bit financially, the growth just started to go.
It started to go down. It's still better than what it was, let's just say, in June. But it's definitely gone down a lot. Like, we're not getting that many subscribers anymore.
That could be so many things, but with such a small audience to go off, it's hard to really pinpoint the reasons for why things are going or not going. We
mentioned this in a vlog before, but we feel like in the last year of doing YouTube, it's really helped us to get outside of our comfort zone, to try new things, to go to new places, because sometimes you just don't want to get out of the bed in the morning, but then you're like, I have to film a video, and it makes you get out. And then once you're out there and you're doing the thing, like when we went hiking and it was really cold, once you're out there and you're doing it, you're like, okay, this is fun and I'm glad that I did it. And we have traveled to so many places now and have done so many different things purely because of filming as well. Because we want to do it, but also there's no room to be lazy. And there's no room to be like, I don't feel like it. There's no such thing as not feeling like it. It's like,
well, there is.
Turn up to work. Well, yeah, you feel like, I don't want to do this, but you have to like force yourself to do it. And I feel like that can help you in other areas of your life as well. Things that you want to achieve, things that you want really badly.
But the good part about that is, like, we hear people saying, oh, Vernon's just such a hole and it's this and it's that. And it's like, well, you obviously haven't gotten out and experienced it. Which we could have been those people if it wasn't for the channel.
Doing YouTube,
So we just really feel like in that way it helps us to explore, it helps us to just get a more like holistic perspective on everywhere that we visit.
Now we see the beauty in like Vernon and the surrounding areas because there's so much to do around the Okanagan area. I mean, even Vancouver. We've heard people say Vancouver sucks or whatever, and it's like, well, have you gotten out of Granville Street? Because maybe that's the reason why you don't like Vancouver. But because we were filming at that time, we got to see so many beautiful, beautiful places in Vancouver.
The part you've all been waiting for, how do you grow your YouTube channel?
We don't know because we're at 800
2022. You guys will be the first to know when we figure it out. There is no cookie cutter model of success on YouTube. It's just literally the only thing that we have found that works is hard work. Gone are the days on YouTube where you can get lucky and make it on YouTube. It's just, it doesn't happen anymore. It's not a thing anymore. It's way too competitive. People have such short attention spans, and like there's so much good content on YouTube that if you're not working really hard, someone's just gonna watch something better than what you're doing.
And like a lot of people have said, oh, if you see like your audience liking this type of video of yours or that type of video, try and do videos like that. And we've literally tried everything and it doesn't work. People will watch what they want to watch. YouTube will recommend whatever they want to recommend. And I feel like in the last year we've literally done everything we can, and it's just taught us to be patient, do what you can, be consistent. Consistency is key, and just like keep going. That's it.
Consistency and hard work.
Yeah.
Like there is no shortcuts. There is no model that you can follow. It's literally just keep at it and it'll come eventually.
Yeah. Like we were doing 3 times a week and traveling around the Canadian Rockies, and we're still doing 3 times a week at the same time every week, and our channel's just not growing as much as it was then. So it's like it's still growing, just not at the same rate.
Yeah.
So you can do the same work, but you're not getting. Yeah, you can get less, but it's in those moments where you just have to be like.
And sometimes you can do less and get more, but like the only thing that is reliably going to improve your channel is consistently working on your channel.
And I think you have to come into it with the expectation of like, this could take 5 years. This could take 4 years. It just all depends on what you want and what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about it and you like videography and you like photography and you like that kind of stuff, then obviously your passion will override like the disappointments and challenges and stuff.
So another thing is how physically exhausting it is, like not just the late nights editing and planning and everything, but even filming. You've got to carry a lot of extra gear that you wouldn't normally carry on a regular hike. We've got like probably 4 different lenses that we carry, 2 cameras, a drone, tripods, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And you've got to be always thinking about, okay, which lenses are going to be best for this hike, which lenses are going to be best for this shot.
Yeah.
If we, change a lens now, then we're going to have to change it again down the road. And like, there's just a whole bunch of...
And sometimes you have to make a little bit of sacrifice. Like for me, I love photography, but that takes a backseat sometimes because the most important thing to us at the moment is trying to get like videos and good footage for YouTube. That like there's some things that's just gonna have to take a backseat for now, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that brings us to like even just sacrificing. Like sometimes we want to go out and we don't want to film and we just want to have a break. But when you're this tight for time, it's just like you don't have a choice.
Time and content. That's another big challenge, is staying put. Like even in the summer where we were always moving, on the move, it's so different to being stationed somewhere and trying to come up with new content ideas 3 times every week.
Yeah. Especially when you're somewhat of like a travel channel.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't want to call us like a travel channel. I feel like it's a little bit of travel and like lifestyle as well. But I feel like we kicked off with like a travel kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so now it's sort of like, travel.
Yeah.
But we're not really traveling as much anymore. Right now.
Yeah.
But like, stay tuned. But right now, we're not traveling. And that can be a bit hard. Like, we have 4 more months left of being here, and it's just like, what are we gonna do?
It's just literally 1 week at a time. One video idea at a time. Every time you think you've exhausted every last video idea, something else pops into your brain.
And like, this is not an educational video of how to do YouTube or whatever, but I just wanted to say that like we've noticed that thumbnails and titles are super duper important. And like maybe your video is not that great, or you're like, I just really can't think of anything. If you have a good thumbnail, if you're like artistic in that kind of way and you can really think of something catchy. And I feel like that's something though that comes over time. Like you can be maybe an artistic person, or you can be like a creative person, but all this stuff to do with YouTube just takes time of learning. Even titles, how to make your titles catchy. It's like all just learning and developing over a period of time. And like I look back on our thumbnails.
And I look back
a year and 2 years ago, I'm like, that's really just not. I want to delete every single video before that.
Yeah, even when I watch our videos back, from the time I upload, like schedule them to the time that they actually go live, by the time I watch it back when it goes live,
you hate it. Like, that's not my best work. David always says it's not my best work. And I'm like, it's really good. Tell me he's a good editor, guys.
I think it's also really helped me, not you because Sarah was always good, but I didn't have very good time management skills. But it's kind of like we're putting so much emphasis and so much priority on YouTube that there's not really any room for not managing your time at the moment. Like with jobs, we've got adult things that we have to do all the time. There's always like 5 things on the back burner that are like admin type stuff that we always have to think about. Then we've got recreation that we try to fit in, and then we've got YouTube. And there's just no time to be slack, to procrastinate, or to not think ahead and manage your time, because it's just, you're gonna end up missing something out.
Yeah.
So I feel like in that way it's kind of been good for me, just to not procrastinate as much.
Yeah. I think you're at a different place now than you were even at the beginning of this year. Like, I feel like you used to kind of be like, well, I don't have time to do it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't have time to do it or whatever. And now you're like, no, we need to get it done. Like, we need to find the time. And I feel like when you time manage, you're tired, but like it works out. You're like, okay, yep, I know how to do this. I know how to fit in. You're doing well. You're doing really good.
Thanks.
You're doing really, really good.
You're doing good too.
It's good when you have a spouse that's on the same page as you. Like,
even just in general, doing YouTube on your own would be a nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
I take half the workload, Sarah takes half the workload, and it is hard with 2 of us.
It's
I can't
so
imagine
hard.
it with just one person.
Yeah.
It would just be a nightmare.
yeah, and it's good when you're on the same page as well. Like, we know what we need to do and we get it done, versus like, it would be really difficult if one person was sort of like, I don't want to do it
always
right
dragging.
now.
And one
Yeah,
person's
kind of
always
picking up the other person's weight. But we've gotten to a place now where we're both, like, we've both been on the same page, and we're both like,
focus.
I think that's it.
Vent / what we've learned
What we've learned, results.
But yeah, YouTube's definitely an emotional roller coaster. It'll have you up here one day, it'll have you down there the next.
Just gotta keep at it.
Keep riding it. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I would say start now. It's not easy, but it's not going to be any easier next year either.
No.
So you might as well make a start. It's like anything in life. You can't start a business and just sit there and sit back and wait for it just to flourish and start paying all your bills for you. You've got to really show up to work, you've got to put in some free overtime, but anyone can do it and have fun and make cool stuff that you can look back on, and if nothing else, you've got some awesome memories on camera, on the internet.
Yeah, whether you like videography and photography or not, maybe you don't even like that. We've seen so many YouTubers that are not, like they're not even into like videography, but they've got like thousands and thousands of subscribers. But then you can see in their videos, they're not like into videography. They just like the memories of it. They just like filming.
They like the community.
Yeah, they like the community. They like all that stuff. And for us, we like obviously like more like the B-roll and photography and that kind of thing. We like telling a story through our B-roll.
So yeah, start now if you're going to start.
Enjoy yourself, have fun with it, be creative.
It's really hard to tell like exactly what we've said half an hour into recording a video like this one, but hopefully we've brought some sort of a balance. We don't want it to seem so too grim, but it's definitely grown us as people, but it's definitely been hard. And I feel like any growth, any positive growth requires some sort of sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I guess this is just a different type. Anyway, we have taken up way too much of your evening, so we're going to leave you there. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and ew, it's all grainy.
Coffee?
Yeah.
This coffee doesn't look good, so I think you need a coffee. So maybe we should, maybe they can buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
Because that one doesn't look too good.
It's got all the granules in it.
If you guys want to buy us a coffee, the link is in the description below. We'd really appreciate it. And we will see you in the next video.
Bye.